Hey guys, how's it going? I recently got a comment asking the question if I could do a video on the topic of being alone for too long and how it can be difficult to socialize again. And funny enough, I was going to make a video on this anyways, the similar topic at least, because I actually just went on a trip with my friends, or I went to go visit my friend for the first time in a long time, and I only get to see my friends about probably 2 to 3 times a year at max. And it's kind of difficult because, I'm kind of just vibing here by myself. I don't have a ton of friends nearby. All of them are in different states. So it is very difficult to not really have much of a social life, especially when you really want to. But anyways, I just had the best weekend ever, and it was so good to see all my friends. We were all in one place. It was like old times, we all get together, we're laughing, we're having a really, really good time the whole weekend. And then, I had to go back home, driving back home. And, it's like a 9-hour drive from where I live. And you just get this feeling of dang, that was a great time. I was so happy. That was the happiest I've been in forever, right? And it's just so sad because we're so limited based on our location of living, because we're based out of jobs and whatever we got going on. So that's the limiting factor of having a social life for me, at least. With my current friend group that I have, we're long time friends. And I was just on that way home, and I was almost sad. It was just such a good time that I didn't want it to end. And I know I'm not going to be able to experience anything like that again for multiple months, and that really sucks. And I wish there would be a world where everybody that we hung out with that weekend, all the friends, all the good times we had, we could have that more often. But unfortunately, we can only have that once or twice a year maybe, and that really sucks. And it's now I have to go back into my own little isolated world that I was living in before. It was to the point where I didn't even realize that I was so isolated almost. I was just living my day to day. You get in a routine, and it's you're just going through the motions at some points, and sometimes you don't even realize what's going on around you, or man, I haven't hung out with my friends in forever, just because life goes so fast that you kind of get caught up in what you're doing. And everybody's kind of like that. And I think it's somewhat pretty common nowadays that you don't really get much of a social life, at least from my perspective. And I think that's really just the reality of growing up and becoming an adult. You just kind of go throughout life, and it's more about coasting through the times and looking forward to a very limited amount of good times. And I don't mean this in a very negative way. That's just kind of how it is. You go throughout life, you work, you have this, you have responsibilities, and then you get to enjoy yourself every once a month or every so often, and that kind of sucks. But how I would go about kind of fixing this, I go to the gym, and I get to socialize a little bit with people there and just meeting new people. And, I go out to the bars every so often and just, I guess, socialize there. But it's not as meaningful as it is with hanging out with current friends that you have, or just having very meaningful relationships, because it's kind of surface level talking to people at, in public spaces that you don't really know. So I guess it depends really what you're looking for. If you're looking for deeper connections and very, very meaningful socialization, then, that might not fulfill you as much. And I think I'm kind of in the same boat where I want fulfilling socialization where it means something to me, and I feel I'm actually connecting with people around me. So, that's the difficult thing that I'm talking about. And if you are kind of self-isolated, I'd say, joining groups of common interest things, that helps definitely. But at the same time, it's almost not as fulfilling unless you build those connections for a longer period of time and, it sparks into something more, which is very possible for sure. And I think if you don't have anybody that you can have fulfilling relationships with, that's definitely a good start. Look on Facebook events and go to a bingo night or a trivia night at a bar, or, I don't know. I know I have a little bit younger audience, not younger, but I'd say from like 18 to 40 is my general audience. So if you're a little younger, you can't go to the bars. It's not, you're not missing much. I mean, it is a good time every once in a while, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to build very meaningful relationships at a bar. That's just how it is, in my opinion. But maybe join like a pickleball league or like a soccer league where you can get together with, I guess it depends who you're trying to meet. If you're trying to meet other guys, or if you're trying to form a relationship with women. But I'd say like it doesn't really matter what you go to, as long as you just go to something. You just have to almost force yourself to get out of the house every once in a while and put yourself in a position to actually make friends or make a connection with somebody. And it's kind of hard, if you're really busy. At least for me personally, I get so caught up in all my work and stuff that I don't even think to go out and enjoy myself. And that's probably not a good thing. But it does make it hard after being isolated for so long that, you kind of get a little socially awkward. And I'm the same way sometimes, where it's like, I just feel weird. Like I don't know what to do when I'm in a social, place, or initiating social thing. I guess that more specifically with people I don't know. If it's people I know, I'm chilling. I'm pretty comfortable with the people that I know. It's more so making that initial connection. Like it's very difficult to do that, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. But if you're worried about getting back into socializing after being isolated for an extended period of time, I would just say all that's going to help that is just doing it. There's no other way around it. There's no secret recipe for it, really, in my opinion. It's just like you have to go and do it. And, it's like a muscle. It's not going to grow unless you actively use that muscle. So you kind of just have to go out and raw dog it, honestly. Like there's no way around it. Like it's going to be awkward sometimes, but that's how it's going to go. And you have to force yourself to get through that stage to overcome it and become more confident in yourself and different social interactions, really. And to me, it's almost like getting new friends is very similar to the dating world of finding a girl, because to me it's so like not exciting to start talking to somebody new, because you have to go through this stage of like it's kind of weird and you don't know them very well, and it's like you don't know if the person's enjoying themselves or you don't know what they like, and it's just kind of a weird time at the beginning and kind of surface level for the most part, discussing things, because you don't really know them that well. And for me personally, it's kind of hard to get over that hump of wanting to put in that much effort to hopefully maybe potentially get somebody as a new friend or a new partner. Like, would I love for that to happen? Absolutely. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, man. You tell me. I'm just out here raw dogging life at this point. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Raw dog squad for life. If you're out here raw dogging life as well, I'm glad you made it to the end, You lasted quite a while. Okay, no, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new here. Welcome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.